So much has changed.
If you are just tuning in, this is a series that we're doing with Pocketsmith. This is part 5 of a 5-part series. We've been working with Christian as a money coaching client. So we've been looking at goals, mindset, cash flow, and the goal was to turn you from a self-proclaimed hot money mess into financially thriving. This is where we're at now, which is really exciting.
When we spoke, my goal was $600,000 for land in a tiny home. That's what I was hoping to have enough to save. And then I just would never fathom that I'd be this calm about entering into something like that.
This podcast is proudly brought to you by Pearler, the official brokerage platform of Rask. With Pearler, you can effortlessly automate your money, whether you're investing in ETFs or shares from Australia or the US stock market, whether you're a grandparent or setting up a kid's account or your own account. You can do all of that with full automation on pearler.com. If you want to learn more, head to pearler.com/Rask. And of course, before you invest in anything, be sure to read the legal documents like the PDS and FSG. This episode is brought to you by Stripe, helping your business be ready for whatever comes next. And the next shift in how people buy is already happening. Agentic commerce lets customers discover and purchase directly inside an AI conversation. No checkout page, no friction. The businesses positioning themselves now are the ones who will lead this channel. Whatever comes next for your business, power it with Stripe. Learn more at stripe.com.
Christian Hull, welcome back to the podcast.
It's so good to be back. So much has changed.
So much has changed.
I'm a new person.
I mentioned it the minute that you walked in. There was no hectic outfit or pink Crocs. You're so zen, calm.
I'm in
no
my
loud
forest
colours.
green because I've just done 6 weeks in New Zealand in a van. Bali. I was at Bali.
Yeah.
Because how long is it? It's been like a considerable amount.
It's been a few months since we
Couple of
recorded the
months.
first one. Yeah.
Probably not long enough to have the complete life epiphany that I've had in that time.
You've done a lot in that time, but I could notice. I don't think
Could you?
I don't think
My
we call
aura.
it your aura. I don't know. If we do.
Why?
But the zen, I could tell you was so calm
That's
when you
so
walked
good
in.
because I did a spiritual retreat in
Yeah,
Bali as
I
a
can
fun
tell.
bit of content, but then I leant right into it and it was one of the most incredible experiences.
Yeah. Do you think that worked in your favour for then going to do New Zealand? Like, did that make it easier to be in the van and do that travel?
I think so. Yeah.
Because you'd already had some time out of hectic life.
Yeah.
Then do that trip.
Yeah, because 6 weeks in a van, I would have gone, what the hell was I thinking? But I loved, especially New Zealand, because it's really safe. So it was a good place to just chill out for 6 weeks.
Yes. So we're going to get into that because so much has changed. So if you are just tuning in, this is a series that we're doing with Pocketsmith, and we've been working with Christian as a money coaching client. So we've been looking at goals, mindset, cash flow, just optimizing finances in general. And the goal was to turn you from a self-proclaimed hot money mess into financially thriving.
Wizard. I'm a financial wizard. I
Financial
reckon,
wizard. We're
compared
gonna
to
get
what I
some
was,
wisdom.
compared to what
Yeah.
you would have seen in the last episode,
Yes.
I'm a lot more organised.
I can't wait for us to dive into that. But I did really want to claim this whole new Zen appearance as my money coaching.
But yes, you can. It's been really helpful.
I think it's Bali and New Zealand as well.
No,
but-
it's Bali, New Zealand, my actual financial advisor and you. And all of that together and all of those experiences and also some wise decisions and the property market being, we've got
a lot to
We've got a lot to
go
break down because
Okay.
it's so weird how much can change. Like Bali was that switch
Turning point,
where I
yeah.
just went, fuck it.
Okay, amazing. So if you were just tuning in, this is part 5 of a 5-part series. So go and listen to episode 1. I'll link it in the show notes. So that is the one where it is chaos.
That's hot mess, Christian.
Oh, it was so fun. So funny. So make sure you watch that one first. And then this is where we're at now, which is really exciting.
Yep. It'll also be a bit hot mess. Like I'm still a hot mess, but I think I've gone from a type B hot mess into progressing into a type A.
Yeah.
And if you're not aware, like type B is chaotic, lives by the seat of your pants, will go on a holiday without booking anything, whereas
Yes.
type A is organised, and
Calm.
no, I think you can be hectic.
You can?
but just organised, and you know what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I said it from day one that I didn't think you were actually that much of a hot mess when we did our first money coaching. I was like, I think you've actually got your stuff together. Yes, there's lots of things
Yeah.
that we can tweak, but I was always on you're like nailing a lot of this stuff from day one.
I think
it
it's
feels
because
like chaos.
what's happened, especially with you, is you've been able to tell me what the hell is like. Finances are always just print more money, give it to the home. Like, we'll solve the crisis that way. I still think that.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think that anymore, because you've explained to me the basics of money. So now I've got that understanding. I'm so much more calm, even though now, as we will say, I'm in unbelievably horrific debt with a decision that I made recently. I'm so fine with it.
Yeah, and I would call it an impulse decision. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to get into that. But first off, you have just been around 6 weeks traveling around New Zealand in
South
a camper
Island,
van.
yeah.
Yes, we're going to talk about you crashed. But Pocketsmith is sponsoring this series.
Yeah.
And they sent us a list of things that you had to try when you're in New Zealand. And one of them was a cheese roll, and they kept banging on about it.
I know.
Was it amazing?
Yes. Cheese rolls, let me explain to you. When I saw that from Pocketsmith, I was like, a cheese roll? That sounds so boring. Like,
When they
it's a roll with
described it, I was
cheese in
like-
it. No, it's just a flat bit of white bread with this. So
With
New
cheese?
Zealanders are obsessed with reduced cream, which they don't sell here. It's just a tin of, I don't know what it is. It's reduced. It's cream, but
Like
it's reduced.
thickened cream like that we have?
No.
Okay.
And then you a tub of that in, and then you get like a onion soup mix,
Oh, yeah.
and then you mix it together, and then you put it in the fridge. And that is called Kiwi dip, right? You take it out.
I saw your video on
Yep.
that. Yes, yeah.
It is the most delicious thing you will ever eat in your life, right?
Okay, I'm going to Google that.
So they love the onion soup mix. So the cheese roll, when done properly, is a bit of melted cheese mixed with the onion soup mix, smeared on bread that is, I think they like lightly dip it in a bit of water. They like put some water on it, and then they toast it. It is so good. It is so delicious. And I get the obsession.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could make that here, though. Not like us together, but you could make it in Australia.
Well, I feel like if we could, we would have. Like, why doesn't it exist anywhere? It's only a South Island thing too. They don't do it in the North, which is really weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
It's like a New Zealand delicacy.
But it is so good.
Okay. So that, yeah, I really wanted to dive into that. Patsy. What happened? So I went out to the community and said, we're wrapping up this series. What do you want to ask Christian? And the number one question was, what happened to Patsy? And did you have to pay ridiculous excess?
Okay, so Patsy is the van that I rented. So in my booking of New Zealand, Apollo reached out and said, hey, rather than stay in some tiny homes, which is what I was going to do, take a van. I was like, that's not something I would normally do. But I've been leaning into
a great way to
more yes things.
travel
So
New
yeah,
Zealand,
let's do it. So I did the full 6 weeks. They gave it to me, and it's a 7-meter long van. So just for reference, a car is what, 3?
Yeah.
So this was, I drive a small Mazda. This was an enormous, humongous van. So picture like a normal van that you see a courier drive, but add another 2 meters on the back. And I was like, I'll be right. Hey, I'll be fine. 4 hours in, I got to the holiday park and I hit a boulder. So I Titanicked the side. Huge
When I
hole
saw
in the
this
side.
content out, I was like, I think you've only had it like a couple of
4 hours. I had it for 4 hours. I drove it to a car park. I purchased all the weather gear, so my Kathmandu stuff and some like inflatable stuff and some
you
decorations.
like decked out the van.
Yep. So that was a couple of hours, and then I drove to the holiday park, and the sun sets early, so it was like 6 o'clock, but it was dark, and I just didn't know what was going on, and I think I'd switched off because on the road I was like leaning forward like an old lady, like really quite nervous about driving this huge vehicle. Wide berth, giving everything a wide berth. And then as soon as I got into the holiday park, I was like, I made it. And then,
How did that conversation? Did you have to ring them?
oh no, God no. I rang my manager. I was like, Sarah, you're going to have to tell them. Like I don't think insurance is going to cover this. Like it's that bad.
Yeah.
It was
They would have put you on the, like, waive the excess and stuff.
I didn't. Well, that's because Apollo came on board and I was basically an employee of theirs. So they were paying for me to make content for them. And I was like, I actually didn't even read the terms and conditions. I was like, am I insured? My manager was like, yes. And then they were like, yeah,
Surely
we've
your
insured
manager's
you.
also having a little panic though.
Oh, absolutely. 4 hours into a 6-week trip and I've already done probably upwards of $5,000 or $6,000 worth of damage. And like it was a
I'd be
huge
so
hole,
stressed.
but it was right where the grey water pipe is. And so I was millimetres away from ripping out this metallic grey water pipe, which would have, like, it would have destroyed, like I would have had to have returned the van. And I was, in my head, I was like, this is amazing content. So I was filming everything, having a freak out. And I thought, I can't post this without telling Apollo first. So I was like, Sarah, you have to tell them. But the video's going up tomorrow, so tell them quickly. And they were fine. And it turned out really well because a friend of mine said, why don't you turn it into their insurance? So make a video about how this is covered and whatnot. So I ended up doing that. And then when I returned Patsy 6 weeks later, I was like, how much do I owe you? Like, no, it's covered in insurance. I'm like, oh, but is this covered? Because I ruined 2 of their enormous panels. So you can't just panel beat a hole out. There's nothing there to... And no, they were fine. It was really good. So nothing.
And you did them a favour. You could be like, this is how good I am at content, that I created all this insurance content for you.
No, I did it intentionally to promote your insurance.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, it wasn't the only thing I did. Well, the second incident was a rock falling off of a cliff.
Oh, well, that's out of your control.
And then the windscreen.
Yeah. That actually happened to me in New Zealand in a van.
It's so common.
Yeah, but we had removed the excess for windscreen damage.
No. You had?
No, like we there was no excess for windscreen damage, so we were fine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because some people
Read the PDS.
Some people opt out of windscreen because like, that's not going to happen. It so
happen.
common in New Zealand because I got maybe 2 or 3 goofs of rocks, especially because there's a lot of trucks.
Yeah.
Because it's one road in New Zealand. It's just one little, it's no highways. That's why it's so beautiful. It's because it's not just bulldoze land and put a highway through. The road follows the curves of the mountains and it goes up and down. And then these huge logging trucks past you and then you just get the full of rocks
You're
everywhere.
like, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Okay, so we've chatted quite a bit about New Zealand, which I'm loving. I'm loving all your content. But let's get into the series. So this is a 5-part series, Money Makeover. Let's do a bit of a goals recap because this is going to lead
this will
in
be so
perfectly
good.
to how these are probably out the window.
I don't remember my goals.
I know. Before we started filming, you asked me what they were.
Yeah, what were my goals? I'm like a totally different person.
Yeah. You'd be like, I
I cannot wait.
I haven't, so we, just for those listening, I didn't actually tell you what they were. I was like, we'll do it on camera.
Yeah.
I actually think that you're going to say most of these are still your goals.
Okay.
They might actually already be ticked off.
Oh, my 10-year goal to buy a place.
What was a 5-year goal?
Fuck, 5 years.
Okay, so this is what you told me first up. You said your 3-month goal was to be more comfortable with your business cash flow, have clarity around it, to simplify and automate your business cash flow, and to feel more organised. Okay? You actually gave the example that you wanted to remember what professionals said to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Tick that off.
Yep, I reckon.
I did that.
Yes, I think
which
you
is what
absolutely
led
have.
to buying a place in Sydney.
Okay. Spoiler. 6-month goal was to then have all of that same clarity, automation feelings about your personal cash flow. So you'd gone business is the priority, then personal.
Yep.
That was your 6-month goal, which we've already had some quick wins around that because you were doing some great habits with your business cash flow, like separating things.
That's right.
that
You
then
told me to do all that. I did that literally the same day and it's changed. That changed the game. I look at my accounts now and there's money in them, in the personal ones.
Yes.
Business, because I do really very successfully in business, but personally, I've only got to pay myself a certain amount of money because I've got a lot of tax debt. And that always went down to 0.
Yeah.
But since breaking it into discretionary, I had a hub and I got bills. And I changed that.
Yeah, so I jumped.
It's crazy how much that helped.
Yeah, so I've got authority on your PocketSmith. So I jumped in and saw the categories. And your bills account is like fully.
There's $5,000 in it.
Yeah.
There is normally 0.
Yeah.
Negative.
So
Yeah.
that's amazing. So that
Yeah.
looks like it's all working really, really well. So that was a quick win. So I think it's probably been 5 months. And so that was a 3 and a 6 month goal and you've smashed them.
Great.
Then your 5-year goal was to buy a tiny home on land and still keep the apartment.
Oh, I did that.
You've done that.
I did that. I've done that already.
Okay. And then, so we're going to park that because we're going to
Yeah,
dive
we've got to
into
talk
that.
about
I
that.
really want to dive into that.
5-year goal done in 4 months.
Then we had 2 goals on there that had no time frame. One was a new kitchen in the unit.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's out the window now, but
That's what I thought that you were going to say.
God, no. Yeah, I
Because
can't-
the Pinterest board is now all the aesthetics of the
Of
tiny
the
home.
new- yeah.
Yep. And then we had parked the $10,000 light.
Oh, shit.
I reckon that's out the
Yeah.
window now too. It doesn't go with the aesthetic of the...
The light.
Where are you sitting on that? You haven't thought about it since, have you?
No.
Great.
Well, that's your answer. I haven't thought about it. So it's not, no. I mean, I did buy something with a couple extra zeros on the end rather than a $10,000 light. But I was just thinking maybe the light can go into the new place. No,
I think
it really
we're going to
can't.
keep that parked. I reckon
I think we just delete that one.
I would love
I
to.
don't think I've got the financial capabilities to be buying $10,000 lights.
That's a really good reflection. See, before you would have just gone, stuff it.
Fuck it. Put it on the card.
But you haven't thought about it this whole time. So let's dive into the goal that's changed, that you've bought a place. Now, the goal that we had was within 5 years, you were going to have enough money to pay cash. So while
Yeah.
the goal of what that property is to you has moved forwards, you've done it with debt, but you're completely calm about it. So let's talk about this.
Calm. I am so calm. So I'm happy to talk about. Look, I know I'm very unrelatable. I know my business earns just a lot of money. I've had a really incredibly successful, maybe 12 months, and I paid off my Brisbane apartment, which I bought for $550,000 in 2019. It's now I had it valued because I got a mortgage.
Yeah.
I got another
So the bank
bought a
needs to
place
do
in
that as
Sydney.
part.
So they valued it at 1.2, and then Ray White said 1.3 because of course they did. But that's just a huge, that is insane amount of growth. So I was really lucky to have that element of it, and when we spoke last time, I just didn't want a mortgage. That was so stressful to have that, though it was like $450,000. I hated it, and I think upon reflection, it's because that if things went tits up, I would have to sell the apartment, and then I wouldn't have a place to live. So that now I'm lucky enough to have paid it off. My whole perception has changed, and then when I went to Bali, I did this spiritual retreat. It was literally a week after we spoke, I think, just to film some content. Revival Retreats reached out. They said, we love your videos. Come and do one of our retreats. Amanda runs it. She's a clairvoyant, and she's and I'm like, oh, here we go. It'll be a bit of fun. It'll be a good laugh. A bit of woo-woo.
Not change your whole life like it did.
Changed my perception of everything. So I went with a friend of mine. We were going to record our podcast that we do because we travel and we record episodes from where we go. And immediately when I got there, you're just so caught up in the vibe of Bali, like Ubud, in this gorgeous. The retreat it's just you in the hotel. It's designed for retreat, so there's no other guests. It's just the 16 people. And they were all there for incredibly traumatic or deeply personal reasons. And listening to them and their lives and what had happened, I was like, oh, shit, I am so lucky. My home life, my childhood, my family life, my current life, everything, I've not ever experienced trauma. And it just made me really appreciate my family, and it made me go, I've actually not been present in my family's life for the last 15 years because I've worked in radio and they're all in Sydney. And so I was, Adelaide, Newcastle, Melbourne, and now in Brisbane. And so I haven't been home. And so, I don't just catch up with them for coffee. And I'm very, very, my biggest fear is death. It's, mum and dad getting older. And so I pulled away. I was like, right, well, the less involved, the easier it'll be to deal with when the inevitable happens. Terrible strategy. And while I was listening to a lot of these other people, they regretted a lot of things with passings of certain people in their life. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. now is the time where I need to be closer to them because mum and dad are fine. But there will come a time where they might have to go into a home or something could happen.
Yeah.
My nieces and nephews are so young and so fun, and they're in this great age where they're like, Uncle Christian is the best.
Yeah.
They'll grow out of that. And I thought, actually, I need to move to Sydney. I need to be with them. And that happened in the space of 24 hours. And like I learned to meditate while I was away. I'd never meditated before. And I could switch my brain off. And it was the most craziest thing ever. Like not a single... I usually don't have a single thought going on. But like there was just nothing in there.
Calm,
and then
quiet.
it's like, hello, hello, hello. Like, oh, what do I do with my brain now? And then coming out of that, I was just like, this was the best, almost non-sleep sleep I've ever had. And then it taught me, I can do this. And then I started believing in signs. Like, what does a bee mean? Like, just real dumb shit. A rainbow. And so I started to just embrace this whole spiritual world. I also had a reading so Amanda Jane runs the retreat. She's a clairvoyant. And I've always been a little bit like, here we go. But she gave me a reading and she said shit that I had to call mum and be like, did Pa ever do this with you? And she's like, who told you that? I'm like, oh.
Really?
That's crazy. Like, she was saying, people tend to live in whatever the other world is when they're at their happiest. And my grandfather she was like, he's prawning. He's prawning with, is there 3 sisters, 3 girls? I'm like, yes. That mum and her 2
stuff
sisters.
that she couldn't have known.
Well, look, she could have, if she had done like deep research and watched every conceivable video, she would have known I've got 2 aunts on my mum's side. But there's no way she would have known that my grandfather took them prawning. I didn't even know that. And so it was just this weird... And there was just some other things that she said about, very personal things that I was like, holy shit. And so that sort of opened the door a little bit for me to believe in something else. Because I'm very, like, anti-religion. You die, you rot in the ground, that's it. And so I started to feel like there was maybe something else. I know it sounds woo-woo and weird, but that was really helpful, and it makes you feel less alone as well. And then I was like, I really want to be with family. I want to be a lot closer to them. Do it now while everything is great. They're well, they're mobile. It just everything is perfect. And I was like, shit, Sydney is so expensive. But I literally went, fuck it. If a bank is going to be irresponsible enough to lend me money to buy a place in Sydney, given like I'm doing so well, and they'll look at the last 12 months and they'll be like, oh, he's doing so well, we'll give him a bunch of money. I thought, take it now. Like, while they'll lend it to you, take it now. And so, while I was in Bali, I looked up properties. Where would I go in Sydney? There's a suburb called Bundeena, which is the most southern suburb of Sydney. It's through a national park. And it's like, it's the dream Christian whole place. It's mostly just land and this little studio, not apartment, but it's like just a little studio. It's a small building. It looks like a little boat shack back from the beach, up high, gorgeous views.
The view is amazing.
View is why I paid. You ready?
Yeah.
Just under 1.7. And when we spoke, my goal was $600,000 for land and a tiny home. That's what I was hoping to have enough to save. And then I just would never fathom that I'd be this calm about entering into something like that. But because my priorities shifted and I became a lot more comfortable, I transcended from, and I know it can be quite unrelatable. I'm really lucky to have paid off my mortgage. And that safety net went, oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, I just want to be closer to family. And I went, look, if the money turns off tomorrow and I've got no income coming in, I can't, like, Bundeena's, I'm never going to sell that for more than what I paid for it. It's just, I did the research, I looked into it, and I went, yeah, like, this is for me. This is a lifestyle for me. Brisbane's the investment. I don't want to sell Brisbane, but if I have to, that will recover that. So at least I'll have somewhere to live. And if I get a good 5 years, great. Because then I've got 5 years with mum and dad, Christmases with the family. I can catch up for coffees. I can have all those things that I've missed over the last few years. And that was the reason why I was like, just do it.
Yeah, so when we kind of dived into this decision, because I just got an email that was in capital letters that said help from you, and I was, what is going on? So I was a bit concerned from cash flow perspective, from stress, like from your stress based on what we'd already been working through. But this is a very much values-based decision that you had thought. While it was, I would say it was still impulse and it happened really quickly. You were
so impulsive.
But you were very clear on the values and the why. And for the first time, I think you also had this is the plan on if things don't work out. Whereas when I first met you, you were just like, oh, it'll be fine. It'll work out. But this time you were like, well, I can actually do this and this is how I'll do that. And this is more important. And you'd done all this trade-off decision making before I even kind of stepped in.
Yeah. I also I hired a buyer's agent, which was a lot. I mean, that was an extra $15,000.
Yeah.
But I thought, I can't be making a decision like this. And he was excellent.
Yeah.
He flew from Brisbane. We went and looked at the property first. He asked all these random questions that I was like, I never would have asked this. Soil quality. Can we build here? Is there rocks under the foundation?
So you got the
obviously.
Professionals in. Yeah. And when I had spoken to you as well, I was like, right, this is the action plan. We need to talk to the bank. You were like, I've already spoken to him. You were you got all the professionals in straight away.
Yeah.
I was very impressed.
Yeah.
I was panicking.
So was I. So was I. I mean, I wasn't even panicking. I was so calm about it.
I think you were.
And even my parents, because I remember calling them saying, it would have been maybe last year, because I did go to a mortgage broker and they were like, look, you could probably get $1 million, 1.1. And I remember Mum and Dad going, oh my God, you'd never take that out. That's ridiculous. I'm like, no, I'm not looking at doing that. 600 potentially. They're like, good, that's more.
Yeah.
Thing. And I was like, Mum, Dad,
Guess what?
Just so you know, I love you and you might tell me this is a terrible idea, but I'm going to do this regardless. And I think because they were like, it's Sydney, he's coming home. They were like, okay, let's do it.
Do it,
Yes, great. Okay, well, we can do this. Oh, the location is beautiful.
Your dad literally took 2 bins from his house to your house.
Dad, whom I love dearly, and the reason why I'm doing this is to be close to him. Oh, Christ. Every time I call, he's like, oh, have you got a second? So the electrician is going to come on the Thursday. I'm like, I haven't even, I've just got back from New Zealand. We settled while I was away. I haven't even got the keys yet. He went and picked them up from the agent. He's gone in. He's done, okay, well, the electricity point's here. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
See, they would love that they get to help you with these kind of things.
Yeah, and so he's pulled out all the weeds, he's done all the gardening, he's gone around to each of the neighbours, and normally I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Befriended all of them with Mum. He's given me the histories of the neighbours, which put me at ease a lot because I'm someone, I would have just hid. If a neighbour came out, I would have run inside. I don't know why. But so he's made it.
He's already embedded you in the community.
They've gone in and now I'm like, cool. Well, now I'm not scared of meeting them.
And it's going to be easy for you to remember their occupations because what did you say they all do?
Oh, well, it's Bundina. They're either an artist or a flight attendant. Literally all flight attendants there.
Yeah.
And he's, I think there's a pilot. He went in. I'm like, Jesus, Dad, did you come up with a questionnaire?
He's like, please fill in this spreadsheet.
Yeah. Oh, and I don't know. I'm nervous because I'm pretty confident he went in with a questionnaire because he just knows all these I think he must have asked them if they're doing any renovations because he's like, oh, yeah, well, these guys are wanting a new fence and they're wanting to look at retaining walls. And I'm like, okay, what does this have to do? Well, while they do that, why don't you get them to quote you yours? And I'm like, oh, God. Yeah. I'm like,
this is a full-time job for you, Dad. This is
happening really fast, Dad. Now I'm stressed. I'm like, what do you mean? Because there's this gorgeous vine that wrapped around the front of the property and it was beautiful and I'm like,
why are you saying it was?
I love it. So I just didn't want to fight them on it. Mum and Dad were like, it's got to come down, it's going to get into the rendering and ruin the brick. And I'm like one of the main reasons why I really love it is
you're like, this is why I bought the house.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, the vine was one of the main selling points. and they're like, no, but it'll get into the rendering. I'm like, yeah, but can't we deal with that when it happens? I'm like, nope. And so I was like, okay, take it down. And that's all while I'm away. I'm like, just do it. I said,
you're like, I'm still zen
you know
from
what?
Bali.
You do whatever you need to do. It's fine. Don't even ask me. It's fine. Because it's like, There's nothing.
You're like, this is our house.
Oh, I still haven't been there. Like, I'm flying to Sydney this afternoon, and finally get the keys.
Are you going to stay at the house tonight?
No. Oh God, there's nothing in it.
Oh, okay.
And also, I've hurt my back, so I can't sleep on the floor. I'm old.
I want to tell you a story about how the new Rask platform came to be. In 2025, everyone was still waking up to this idea that AI was going to have an impact on the world. And it wasn't until mid to late 2025 that it really hit me like a ton of bricks. At that time, I thought, what can I do with this new tool, this innovative technology? That set in motion what has now become a totally new Rask platform, which you can find at rask.au. It is 100% free to create an account and start using tools. But what did it actually do, and what does it do for you? At Rask, we've produced thousands of podcasts. Probably 20,000 articles were written on investing and all of these different types of things like personal finance, superannuation, you name it. So we really needed a place where we could bring all of that together for the entire community. But once we built the platform, we realized that that wasn't enough. So in 2026, we've decided to launch a new community known as the Rask Ultra community. This is the deepest, most advanced part of what we do as a business and as a community of investors and builders. We want to build a network of people that can come together and share ideas in a new ecosystem that we've built just for you. You can find out more, like I said, by Googling Rask Ultra or by creating a free account at rask.au and see if Ultra is right for you.
Okay, so the decision around this, it was always on the cards to have property, but you thought it was going to be Sunshine Coast, and you thought that always the goal was this tiny home. So it's come forwards. But it sounds like it's very aligned with all of your other...
The beauty is, so it's this tiny studio that I'm going to turn into an art studio because I come from such a big creative family, and I've always wanted an art studio by the beach. Oh, so that's that. And then there's a big hunk of land, or enough for a tiny home. Yeah. So then I still want to keep that sort of 5-year goal is now to try to save enough money to redraw to build something really nice. Yeah.
Amazing. And you've got the backup plan that you're feeling really comfortable with the what ifs. This is all can happen, and it's very aligned with which is the priority.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's insane.
So when you first came to me with this, I gave you some activities. I was like, well, you need to do a cash flow, look at the rates, look at how much the insurance, all of that. I asked you how that went. You didn't do it, but that's okay.
No, but I did. But I did do a. You'd be so impressed. I want to see if I can find it. Before I entered into the mortgage, I was like, okay, how much do I need to earn per month?
Yes.
That will cover my commissions for management, tax, business expenses, and pay off. Like, can I take out from the business? And I did this full plan. Yeah. And I crunched all the numbers, and so that in 3 years I will have the $600K that I can redraw in without making a huge dent.
Yeah. One of the features of the Pocketsmith app that we did was the forward cash flow planning to see how this would impact your ability, because we had already factored in to get to the original tiny home goal that you had to save a significant amount each month, whereas now we've moved that forward, so it's going to debt rather than savings. Yes. It was still all doable.
Yeah. I think the crazy thing is, I mean, the numbers are high. I think I need to earn $87,000 per month from the business. And then if I pay myself that 87, well, it's like a huge chunk will go to tax. So there's like 30 grand that goes to tax. And then the 15% commission. And then I'm left with, something like 30 grand or whatever it is. But, then over the course, if I can do that comfortably, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't pull it out of the business, there's something else that my other accountant, so many of you, said, where it's like a director's loan.
Yeah,
and that gets complicated, and I don't understand that.
Yeah.
But I did a plan. So here's what I need to earn per month to be able to pay myself to do this.
Yes, and without, so for those listening going, those are huge numbers.
They are huge numbers.
It's all relevant for your situation. So regardless of if it's 80,000+ or if it's 8,000, whatever you're earning, the strategy here is to map it all out and say, can I do this? What are the trade-offs? What potentially has to change if I want to achieve this?
Yeah.
So it's all relevant.
Look, it's the mapping out and the planning is why I'm so calm, because I know if I have a low month, I'm not freaking out.
Yeah.
Because, well, fingers crossed, then the next month I can just see, all right, I need to recover this much, which means this. And so, all right, well, maybe I'm adjusting a payment here or there. And
so the clarity around the numbers really helps.
God, so helpful.
And then you've got your cash flow. With your business, you were already nailing it with putting aside money for expenses and tax. And now with your personal, you're doing exactly the same.
Yeah.
So with this new house, you might even want to go one step further with your personal expenses and have a separate account that's for the expenses with this one, because you're going to have a rates, rates, insurance, water, those types of things.
No need to remind me of those bills that I'm going to be getting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've already got your bills account for your Brisbane home,
shit,
and then you could duplicate.
Yeah.
This
I'm going to
is
have bills for a
why
new home. Yeah. That's why I'm so calm. It's like, bills? Look, I'll go, yep, cool, bills exist.
We put all this in your Pocket Smith planning, so it's all in there, but now we need, so we can have the best plan on paper, but we actually have to implement it in day-to-day, which is that buckets on the bank account system.
Yeah.
So for you, it might be that you decide to put those expenses into your existing bills or have it isolated separate.
Yeah.
So for example, I've got 2 properties and I do one home's, all those bills go into one and one goes into the other.
Probably best to separate them so you can see if something's going a little bit haywire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to isolate those. Perfect. Okay. So goals, smashing them, confidence level. You've gone a little quiet, so maybe now that the bills...
No. The bills... Because it's so funny it's like, oh, that's right.
I'm panicking.
What, bills? What do you mean? I've bought the place. What do you mean, bills? There's no strata, it's a house. No. I'm...
My house is a house and it's got strata.
Strata?
Like, what am I paying
Actually,
for?
someone said that.
I've got... it's body corporate and I just pay to get letters in the mail of that I'm doing stuff wrong.
In a house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That sounds like a scam. Did you sign up?
I didn't read the contract.
Did you see the video I made about... This is so off topic. The scammy marketing letters that people send for ASIC registration?
Yes, for the business name registration. How good do they look? Like, not good, but how
they look
legit.
so good. They're
they look
so
really
legitimate
legit.
because then I got an ASIC one and I was like, it's literally identical.
Mm-hmm.
For those wondering, people will send you things that look like bills in the mail. They're not bills. And
so it's a company that pays the registration and things on your behalf, but they have an additional fee on it, and it looks like it's coming from the official place. But when you get the official one, it's lower.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I was so clever because normally I'd be like, just pay it. It's a bill. Just pay it. It's a bill. And I went, I'm going to Google this. And I Googled it and the Reddit thread came up, which was like, do not pay it. It's a scammy company. They're doing dodgy shit.
Yeah. And that just makes sense when you're more clear on your finances, have more time to do things, not so panic that you can actually go, right, let's actually look at this and see if this is something that I need to be aware of. Great. Okay, so we've gone through the goals and how it's changed. We've talked about the values, how this debt feels completely different. All of those are things which I was really keen to dive into, how you were feeling about it, if there was buyer's remorse and things. But I think it's pretty clear that you're so aligned with this goal.
There was a lot of DIY involved too, because it's not. I haven't bought something that I can just jump into straight away. So it's like a project, which I love.
Yes.
I mean, that is.
You've already showed me the inspo photos for the renovation.
I did. Yeah, run it through AI and said, "Hey, I want to do this. Just give me some suggestions." I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
And now give me a cost breakdown. Oh, okay.
Like, let's scale
that back a bit. Maybe we won't use gold trimmings.
You're like, I've just remembered, I've got rates to pay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's reflect on the money coaching process, like the whole process, kind of start to finish, how we went through some things, working with Pocket Smith. So I've got some questions for you.
Okay.
What is the smallest change you've made that you think has made the biggest impact to your confidence?
Well, I think walking out and just dividing the bank accounts and having a bills only and the discretionary, like basically for whatever I want to, if I want to buy, treat myself.
That guilt-free.
Changed it all, though. It just was such an easy way for me to just look at 3 accounts. Okay, bills is fine. If I get hit with a random expensive bill, I'm okay for the moment. And monitoring that calmed me right down.
How crazy is it that it's so simple, but so many people don't do it. They'll have everything in one, and it's such a quick win that changes your whole comfort level.
Calms you down because you can physically see
that oversight.
Look what I've got for bills. Look what I've got for food or for things like that. And then in case of an emergency, because I actually went down and I physically looked into the history of what bills were. What were the bills?
Yeah.
Because I just didn't.
Yeah, because we were able to dive into all of the data. And you can see it.
Strata, body corporate, rates, council things, all this stuff. And I was adding them up to be like, what has to go into bills every month? I was like, oh, shit. No wonder it's always at 0. And then what's left over was discretionary. And I was like, okay, well, I might just actually unsubscribe from that and that because I don't use it. And
yeah, when it's not all lumped in one, it actually saving from a $20 subscription actually moves the needle because this is the pot now and that $20 has made a difference. Whereas when it's all in one, it doesn't feel like little sacrifices.
You don't really notice it. You notice it get to 0 pretty quick.
So tax time is coming up. And the first episode, you talked to us about how stressful the first year of tax was, and now you are more on top of it. You were before we met. You had money set aside.
Yeah.
How are you feeling now? We're coming up to tax time again for this year. How are you feeling about that?
Look, tax is great. Goes into schools and hospitals and roads. It's just so much. I feel fine because I've put all that money away. That's the first thing I do. I actually built this app. It's just it's a calculator. So anytime I get paid from a client or sponsor, I throw it in and it says, this is how much you need to put away for tax, for GST and for commissions. So I just throw that in. And so it's also a great way to visualize, this is actually how much is going into your pocket.
Yes.
From what you're being paid. And so I've just been doing that.
Yeah,
and
that's a great tip for anyone that's self-employed or that has like a side hustle and things coming in, that you have this set amount that when money comes in, you're slicing some away for tax and other expenses.
I mean, when you're working in a company, they do that for you. And that's just something that when I transitioned to owning my own business, I just forgot about.
Yeah. Yes. And ideally it's doing tax, super, GST if you're registered, which you are regularly putting money into your super.
Yes. Yeah. No, yeah. No, I am. I had to drop a...
You seemed unsure, but I checked your pocket smith. It's still going in.
I just had to drop a big lump sum in.
Oh, okay, before the end of the financial year.
Yes, because then
great.
It saves a lot in tax.
Yes, it can be very tax effective.
Yeah.
Yep. And so you've just met with your financial advisor, and was that part of the strategy that they recommended?
Yeah, because I think he was saying, I've been with him for over a year and we had a follow-up meeting, and that also just understanding financial advisors want to help you make money. They don't just want to earn money off of you. And he was just trusting them, and he was like, yeah, look, if you put X amount into your super, it's going to save you X amount in tax.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you can do it now. I can see you can do it now, so do it. So, all right.
I think the big change that I've, since I've been met you, as well as you were like, I've got a financial advisor, they did these strategies, I don't really understand. But now that you've had that second meeting, I think you could take in more of the education piece, which is all the things that they were saying, but you're in a different headspace, and now you just get all of the strategies and why they're...
Well,
that's a great shift to see.
A better basic understanding, also because it's been a year, and so they're saying things, and I'm always used to oh, here we go, all talk. It's just going to be, talk, and nothing's going to happen. And then we went through the bond, is that still?
Yes, so your investment bond.
Yeah, investment bond and super, and he was like, it's tracking well, here it is. If you can increase, we can make X amount more over this 10-year period. And then, because I said to him, I've also bought a place. And he's like, yep, saw that online. and
he's like, that should have been run past me.
Yeah, thanks for calling. But I knew if I spoke to any of even you'd be like,
well, I gave you activities to do before you decided, and you did them anyway.
No, yeah. but it's just put me having that understanding. I'm still like, don't ask me questions, but I still have a lot to learn, but I've got a vague understanding and a lot more trust.
I think you've got a strong understanding. That's why you can trust.
Yes, that's a great way to, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that we also talked about in one of your first sessions is that you find it hard to let go and you want to do everything yourself because of some previous relationships.
That's right.
With professionals.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it's so important that you do understand, that you do get professionals to help, but you understand so that you can have oversight and trust. So it sounds like you've actually been working towards that.
Well,
with
also
them.
if you decide to, piss off and live in another country and we don't work together anymore, I'm like, I don't understand any of this.
Yeah.
So it's that sort
You
of,
need to have
again,
some
you have to, you really do. Oh, so annoying, but you've got to.
Yeah, I think it sounds like you're in a really good place with how business cash flow is going. Now those investments are super, and why it makes sense for you to be in that investment bond for your situation.
I will say something that might be a little bit controversial.
I'll cut it if I don't like it.
Okay, yeah, right. Might go against what you do for a living. But I also run things through like Claude or ChatGPT to be like, okay, this has been said, or I asked it, I was like, what do you think of buying a property for this much? And it just came back with, well, it's a low growth, like it comes back with all these bits of information which are just available online, but I just don't know what to do or where to look at. And so then I'm able to talk to the mortgage broker, and I also sound like I know what I'm talking about because I've got all that research. But that's just been really helpful when I don't understand something and I can't get a hold of you, or I can't, who do I talk to at 2 a.m. when I'm having maybe a freak out? I mean, never rely on AI.
No, I think that's a really valuable thing to go, well, these are tools. So we're in an era right now where there are so many things available to us to help us with our learning, our decision making, all those, and it's how you use them to your advantage, and then use them for sound decision making, and to use them with other professionals.
I think you need to use it with actual human beings, because AI can just tell you what you want to hear. I should specify, mine was more like mathematical based ones of like, here's what I'm earning, what would my repayments be, and it was trying to work out, can I actually take out a $1.5 million loan? The answer was, well, you can, but can you?
Yeah. No, I think that there's some really powerful tools. And you've said, you talked about before, even the things like when you were traveling, using AI to help you with your itinerary, and it took you from a type B to a type A. There's so many powerful things.
That's also the big change from Bali is becoming a bit of more of a type A person, with the help of being able to build sort of software that helps me organise my life. Because my brain is a chaotic mess, and I really like memory loss from probably spending too much time on social media and being on Manjaro. And so I just can't do certain things. And before I left for New Zealand, I knew, right, if I want to pump out 5 videos a day, I'm going to forget what I filmed. I'm going to forget when I've posted. I'm going to forget just a lot. And so I built a program which when I film something, I type it in. It lives there. And then when I've edited it, it moves to the next column. When I've scheduled it, it tells me when and on what platforms. And so I used it just to look at, to be like, right, where am I up to? What am I doing? And it just took a whole lot of pressure off having to rely on a good internet signal, or going into each platform individually and looking at things.
Yeah, and so, that's working to your strengths now, the stuff that you're really good at, and taking out the admin heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you can apply to your finances. I think AI is like a great tool. I think it sounds like you use it way better than I do, which has inspired me to go and look at some extra stuff. But I would just say, if people are going to use it for your finances, just be careful what you upload to it. Take out your name, address.
Oh, God, yeah.
You're a very open book anyway. You've probably already uploaded
stuff. Oh, no, God, because it gives you a warning. It's like, it tells you, like it physically said, please do not upload screenshots of stuff. I was like, I trust you. No, deny. You're fine. Allow.
I trust you.
Oh, God.
Funny. Okay.
Yeah,
so
don't.
Tax time feeling a lot better. You have moved yourself from B to A type. What's still on your list that you want to work on?
Oh, shit.
Are you like, nothing? I'll be a money coach now.
Oh, yeah. No, I've taken up Christian's coaching, Christian's financial coaching. Is there anything I need to work on? I don't think so. I think because I'm now in this position where I'm like, right, I just need to work out how to earn a consistent amount of money to pay off this mortgage. That's just what my main focus is.
I think the cash flow consistency is really important, and just making sure that there's always going to be times in your like anyone's life where stress does creep in, and we just want to make sure you've got the systems and the tools that when that inevitably comes, that you have tools and things available to you that you can feel really comfortable.
I'm really interested to know what happens when, because it's been all positive, but when that happens, which it will, how I go.
Yes.
Because I am planning for when that happens.
Yeah.
And I get stressed when I've got 2 things on my to-do list. So that'll be really interesting.
And so for you having a lot of the debt, it's going to be things like having those separate buckets for different money for different jobs, building buffers into it so it's not everything I earn is already going out the door, because, interest rates would be one of the most immediate kind of things that'll change.
You notice that when you've got a $1.5 million mortgage.
Yeah, I noticed it on my.
It's like it's gone up by 0.01. I'm like, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, so building in those buffers and just having that oversight, knowing where money is going. Pocketsmith with your buckets, all of that kind of stuff is going to help.
Yeah, this might be off topic.
I don't think we've stuck to a topic.
No, but I don't think they've been charged stamp duty.
Would have happened at settlement.
But where would it have gone? Because I was waiting for it's like $88,000 or something.
Did it get put into your loan? So at settlement,
maybe
there'll be a settlement statement, and it would have been stamp duties paid. There'll be mortgage registration fees. You're obviously reading the paperwork.
I'm so zen. Didn't even read the paperwork. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Be paid.
Because that was like, okay, Christian, don't forget stamp duty on top of the cost of the property. Maybe it did.
That's a very significant one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there'd be like mortgage registration fees and those types of things. We can find your settlement. I'll explain it to you. Don't upload it to AI.
Yeah. Here's my PIN number.
And another question came through from the community. Your best travel hack, and it cannot be getting paid sponsors.
Oh, well then I don't really have getting paid to travel. I know it's a tough life. God, I have it hard. Well, considering I did 6 weeks in a van in New Zealand, I can give you, if you're considering van life, there's an app called THL. So it's just a map of Australia and New Zealand. I think it must do other countries. Yeah. And it gives you free camping sites. You can camp or pull up in a van, the paid ones, where what is called a dump station is, where you empty the toilet.
Yes, because you can't do that everywhere.
I also didn't shit in Patsy. I'm so proud of myself.
You've heard it here first.
Yeah, I couldn't empty.
But were you staying in free campsites?
No, I'm mostly paid.
Yeah.
They weren't too much, but I had to have power because I wanted to charge my fairy lights and...
Yeah, and the air condition. No, it was freezing, wasn't it?
The heating runs off the diesel petrol.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. And that app was a lifesaver because you could, while you were travelling, you could go, do I want to go over there? Oh, I can stay in this spot. It's free. Or I can just chill here.
Yeah.
So that was really handy. And then for New Zealand especially, there's an app called Cruise, Kouse. And it just lives in the background and it will it's like a tour guide. It'll randomly just come on over the Bluetooth and be like, you're now driving through this place. The mountains were formed by, there was an earthquake here. And then it gives a lot of...
You have your own tour guide.
Yeah, own tour guide. But then it tosses between, there's colonial history and the gold rush, and then there's also a lot of Maori history. And so it was just a beautiful...
That's amazing.
Way to explore New Zealand, because you drive through a lot of places, have no idea. And this would come on and tell you all this great information. And so I reckon that's got to exist for other countries.
Surely.
Just Google that. But Cruise for New Zealand.
That's such a good initiative. I love that. Okay, so let's finish up with rating yourself, because in the...
10. Well, that was easy.
Done. That's a wrap.
10.
Okay, so in the first money coaching session we did, which we talked about in the first recorded episode, I asked you about your understanding, your confidence, your organisation and your stress levels. Let's start with stress, because you said 5 out of 5, like the most stressed you could be. You actually said 1,000 out of 5.
Bali changed me.
I noticed.
Like, I'm not stressed at all. But I think that's because I know worst case scenario what's going to happen. Whereas
you have a plan.
Before I didn't know what worst case scenario was or how I could. Like, for me, I was like, oh my God, World War III is imminent. I'm going to lose everything. Like, I was just, that's ridiculous. Like, it probably is imminent. Probably could have lost everything. But that priority shift from Bali, from going, hoard your money,
The doom.
put it in gold, put it under the mattress, to family is really important.
Yeah, back to that values aligned decisions.
Just really calmed me down. So I have no stress. I'm also in a very good financial position. So that could be why. And I think understanding the position that I was in.
I think that's come a long way because you were always in one.
I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just didn't understand it or understand how you could utilise it when things change. It was like, it has to stay this way.
Yeah.
If it gets off track,
I think
I'll
I was
be
also
very
really
stressed.
scared about, because in the previous 5 years, I would just have one thing that would go wrong and I'd be like, oh, I'm on tenterhooks financially. You know, whether it was when we were shipping retail goods and the ship was delayed and we lost a whole bunch of product. And you're like, oh, all right, I'm over.
Yeah.
But you'd rebuild, or
Just
I was
waiting
just
for that
waiting for
ticking-
that one thing.
Ticking time bomb.
And just,
That's so
I
nice
don't really
to hear.
wait for that anymore.
Okay, so your understanding of your finances, rate it out of 5?
I feel like 5. But the other thing is you don't know what you don't know. And I feel like I know everything that I need to. But I mean, look, sure, I was blasé about bills and rates and stuff, but like I know about
But
them. I know about them. They exist.
And if you read my emails, there's information in there. So
you go straight to spam. Delete automatically. I set up an AI tool. Delete all Gemma's emails immediately.
Scan them first.
Don't want to be stressed. Just delete her emails. Don't get her to talk about bills.
That's so funny. Confidence.
10 as well.
It was out of 5.
Oh, yeah, 5.
Great at maths.
Sorry, 5. Yeah. Confidence in maths, 0.
Organisation.
Again, 5.
Yeah, I would say that even with your itinerary, the content thing.
Type A.
So absolutely. So what I think people don't understand is if you're really good at one area, usually there are some transferable skills that you can apply to finance. Or if you're good at finance, usually there's
What
some
if you're good at no areas? What's my justification for suddenly being good at everything now?
No, but you were always good at creativity, which you've used AI to create creative tools. Like,
Yeah, well, I think I've just
clutching at straws here,
No.
you know what I mean? Like, there are transferable skills.
Yeah.
If you're good at sport, there are things that you can apply to different. You're creative. Like,
yes.
This is that you don't have to go, well, I'm just not a finance person.
I think it's understanding that I probably have ADHD and a bit of autism and going, right, well, what do I need to make for myself? What tools do I need so that I can do this without being
support you.
constantly stressed?
Yes.
And
so how we set up the bank accounts are tools and a
God.
system. And now you've created a very similar thing for the content you explained, for your itinerary for travel. Like, it's just the system that supports.
I think it is going from type B to type A. Type A life is so much better.
We're going to have a check-in in a few months' time. And
Oh, God, I'll be living on the streets.
No, you won't.
No,
I just want to see if
won't.
you're still so type A.
Yeah, I reckon I am.
Okay, so overall, we're giving you 10 out of 5s.
10 out of 5. Yeah, like 100%. It's funny that you noticed that as soon as I walked in, because I still think I was the same chaotic person, but I feel so much.
You seem lighter in lots of different areas, I think. Like, even when we talk about your work, talk about the finances, the house, it just feels like everything where you're at is very aligned, which it always was, but there was...
Was it?
There was not so... I don't think there was such an understanding of why you were doing what you were doing.
Yeah, look, there was a lot of...
You're still doing
no
the same
idea.
things. There's still exactly the same goals. They just have more meaning behind them, I
Clarity
think.
around them. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Stop it, thank you. Got to reach out and touch my hand when you say that. Oh, there we go.
I'm so proud of you,
Thanks.
Christian.
Thank
Really
you.
proud.
Thank you.
You have completed money coaching.
Thank you so much for what a journey. Like, I honestly don't think I'd be in this. I don't think I would have purchased an exorbitant chunk of land
Can
had
we
I
not?
not.
I'm not taking any credit for
No,
this.
you don't want to take the credit. Blame. Let's call it blame.
Yeah.
No, I just think this has been incredible. It's just just the small changes that have instigated. It's almost like pulling out a Jenga piece. Oh, collapsing.
Please
a
not
collapsing
let it
tower is not a
collapse.
great metaphor, but like it's now opened up. It's clear. See, Jenga, busy. Oh, so much going on.
Yep.
Pull out that piece, it falls over. Oh, clarity. No more Jenga pieces in the way.
Probably won't
Saved
get you
it,
to
saved
write
it.
my review.
Save the metaphor.
We're going to work on that
Yeah,
one.
okay.
But no, it's been so fun working with you. I'm so glad that we did this series with Pocketsmith and that you were on board and that you were so open. And I know a lot of the time you've been like, this isn't relatable, but there are so many things that relate. They're just on different scales. I think people will get a lot out of this.
Yeah, I do get nervous at just how unrelatable I am. Like, I'm never been in a relationship, don't have kids, very well financially. Just given the time, like, I want to be able to try and impart some sort of wisdom or help.
I think you have. You definitely have.
I hope so.
You've done wonders for our community.
Yeah.
Lots of laughs, but lots of lessons.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Cheers. Let's drink to the... Oh, I finished my... Definitely water. Definitely not gin. Brought to you by... Got to get a sponsor in every opportunity now.
Oh, great. This is great. Thank you.
Thank you. Rapid fire?
Yes, we're going to do rapid fire.
Okay, I'm going to try to not think and just actually rapid fire.
Do you want to scull the rest of that gin?
Water. It's just water.
Okay.
Oh, that's strong.
You're bracing.
I'm in my stance for rapid fire.
Okay, so I have 5 rapid fire questions.
Mm-hmm.
These are would you rathers.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah.
That makes it easier.
Okay. Would you rather always be very itchy or very sticky?
Sticky. Because I was just itchy in New Zealand because I got attacked by sandflies.
Oh, it's the worst.
And it's I bled. Like, you're just bleeding because you're scratching.
I gave you a hack for that.
And sticky. And also,
You wear
my choice of
coconut.
lifestyle as a gay, I'm often sticky. Rapid fire. Keep going. I'm sticky right now.
Holy shit. Okay, sorry.
Shout outs to Pocket Smith for sponsoring.
I can't. I'm sticky right now.
It's sticky right now. Oh, sorry. Like in the hotel minibar.
Okay. Would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I've had 100 duck-sized horses.
You would fight 100 duck-sized horses.
Absolutely. I'm terrified of horses. And also, I mean, I don't like ducks either. But a duck would just like eat you in one go and peck you and kill you instantly. Okay. You could kick the the duck-sized horses away. You just kick them away.
You just imagining
with a machete.
Edits of this. We might have
I'd be so sticky though.
We might have to get you on camera later, like doing the kick, and then we'll make it as a little meme.
Oh yeah, yep. Here, I'll flick my hand flick them away. Oh, get away.
Okay. Would you rather be stuck on a cruise ship with only influencers?
No.
Or
whatever this is, yes to that.
finance bros.
Oh God.
Influencers or finance
I
bros?
would drown because I'd jump overboard. None. That's absolute torture. Finance bros.
I think I'd pick that too. Would you prefer to send your camera roll to your mum or your entire search history?
Well, I think Mum would get a lot out of my search history because it's like how to deal with future osteoporosis or like what are the best drugs to take when you've fallen and hurt yourself. Okay. Voltaren. It's Voltaren. So I'd send search history to Mum.
Search history. Okay, great.
I wouldn't send her my Twitter search history. That.
Can you search on Twitter?
I'll just do no further research.
Twitter. I don't use Twitter.
It's X now anyway.
Would you rather move back in with your parents or live with your brothers?
Oh, live with my brothers. Move back in with my parents. I visit them for 3 days. And I'm like, all right, thank God I don't live anywhere near you. Even though I've just spent a whole podcast episode talking about how I want to move closer to them.
Yeah, and how you're spending millions to do so.
Insufferable.
That was it.
Great.
You've passed.
Thank God.
I regret to inform you that chances are a lot of you will need financial advice. Since we started the Rask Advice business, I've noticed quite a few trends, but one of them is the importance of having confidence in what you're actually saving towards or investing towards. A lot of people in the Rask community are very capable of managing their own money. But when it comes to critical points in their life, like retirement, selling a business, scaling a business, getting married, buying your first home, so on and so forth, getting expert advice will actually save you from a bunch of mistakes and give you the confidence to know what it is you're doing and why you're doing it. If you want to get matched with one of the trusted financial partners that we have, you can just head to rask.au/financial planning, or you can get in contact with us on any of the Rask websites. Not only does Rask itself provide financial advice, but we also have trusted partners if we're not the right fit for you, so we can help guide you in the right direction. And that in turn supports us to create more free financial education content like podcasts, courses, and so much more. Thanks for watching this episode of the podcast. If you want to hear more from us, you can get daily videos and podcasts on Rask's YouTube channel, or if you want to enroll in a free course on investing, property, business, money, you name it, you can join over 34,000 other students and enroll in a free course on the Rask website. Simply head to www.rask.com.au and follow the prompts. Thanks for watching this Rask podcast.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Australian Finance Podcast. Don't forget that any of the information you hear in a Rask podcast is strictly limited to general financial information only. It's not personalised financial advice, so always speak to a financial planner before you act on the information. You can find financial planners on the Rask website. Another thing that you should take note of is our FSG or Financial Services Guide that's also available at rask.com.au/FSG. If you want to continue your educational journey, don't forget that we have loads of free courses available on our websites. Simply type in Rask courses in Google and they'll come up for you. Finally, the best compliment you can give to us isn't a review in Spotify, Apple, or anywhere you listen to this podcast. The best thing you can do is help us change someone's life. Don't forget to share this episode with a friend or a family member who you think it can help. That's the biggest compliment you can give to us. As always, thanks for listening to this Rask podcast.